Good afternoon, you're with the news here on Mirror Now. My name is Apurva Sridhar. Let's begin with our top focus story coming in at this hour. The price of tomatoes continue to skyrocket, with the retail price of tomato escalating to 50 to 70 rupees per kilogram in Delhi, a hike of 30 rupees in just 2 weeks. Now, to provide relief to the consumers, the centre has directed the state-run Mother Dairy to sell tomato puree through its 400-plus Safal outlets in the National Capital Region. Tomato puree will be sold at 25 rupees per 200 grams of packet, which is equivalent to about 800 gram of tomatoes. Now, a larger pack of 825 gram, equivalent to 2.5 kilos of tomatoes, costing 85 rupees, will also be made available. All right, at a time where the tomato prices have been skyrocketing, it looks like in order to provide some relief there to the consumers who have been looking at this price rise and the way it is going to cause a dent in their monthly budget, the centre has now directed the state-run Mother Dairy to sell tomato puree instead through its 400-plus Safal outlets in the National Capital Region. Now, it is important to note that in the last 2 weeks, the price of tomatoes have been hiked by almost 30 rupees, and it is just a matter of 2 weeks that these prices have kicked in. It is also important to note how the centre is now taking efforts through its state-run Mother Dairy to ensure that tomato puree is being sold, which is going to bring in some amount of relief for the consumers. We'll tell you how it is going to bring relief for the consumers. Now, the tomato puree will be sold at 25 rupees per 200 gram pack, which is equivalent to almost 800 gram of tomatoes. Let me go across to my colleague Alok, who's joining us live, getting us further updates on this. Alok, we reported how the prices of the tomatoes have been skyrocketing. It is causing a huge concern for the consumers, especially during the time of festivities. They have to shell out a lot of money to buy basic kitchen necessities. But this initiative of the centre in asking Mother Dairy, the state-run subsidiary, to go ahead selling tomato puree at a subsidized rate, that is going to bring in a lot of relief for the consumers, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, Apurva, and now the central government has stepped in into this whole tomato crisis, and they have asked the Delhi government to sell these tomato purees in their outlets. There are 400 outlets that include Safal and Mother Dairy all across Delhi. In fact, Apurva, right now I am at one of the retail shop in Geeta Colony area. I would just like to show how the prices are up and what is the exact prices of tomato in the retail shop. भाई साहब, अभी कितने रुपए में आप टमाटर दे रहे हैं?
50 रुपए 60 रुपए किलो बेच रहे हैं।
60 रुपए किलो
जी।
ये क्वालिटी के ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है?
डिपेंड का क्वालिटी के। हाँ जी, अच्छी जो क्वालिटी है 50-60 बिक रहा है, जो हल्की है 40-45 यही बिक रहा है। हाँ जी।
तो ये आप अभी यहाँ से लेकर के मंडी से, तो मंडी में तो 40 रुपए
वहाँ से 40 लाते हैं तो यहाँ पर 45-50 बेचते हैं। खर्चा फिर पीछे रहता है ना, गाड़ी किराया वगैरह।
क्या कारण है यहाँ टमाटर का अचानक से दाम बढ़ गया?
बढ़ने के बाहर हर जगह बाहर बारिश हुई है, वहाँ पानी नीचे खाल में पानी भर गए, पहाड़ी इलाके से सौदा आ रही है, इसके कारण महंगाई हो गई है। हाँ जी।
ठीक है। तो अभी कब तक ये स्थिति बनी रहेगी?
ये हो जाएगा, 1-2 महीने तक ऐसे स्थिति बने रहेंगे, क्योंकि जब तक नया पौधा नहीं लगेगा, नहीं चालू होगा वो, जब तक ऐसी स्थिति रहेगा।
So Apurva, because of the rain in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, as well as in Karnataka, from these places tomato usually comes to Delhi, and because of the rain the sowing is delayed also, and the stock hasn't reached to the national capital as well as the NCR region. So this is the reason of the skyrocketing of the prices of tomato. But as of now the government is taking precautionary measures, and they have started in fact selling tomato purees, so it will definitely help to some extent to the consumer, especially during the festival season.
All right, so this move by the centre directing the state-run Mother Dairy to sell tomato puree is going to possibly have a bit of relief coming in for the consumers. But what about the retail sellers? Will this move in a way affect the retail sellers if the consumers go ahead in buying tomato puree, because that is going to be cheaper than actually buying the same quantity of tomatoes in the retail market? Is that a cause of concern for the retail sellers at this point?
Yes, Apurva. In fact, I will ask directly to him because he is a retail seller. भाई साहब, एक बात बताइए, सरकार जो है वो अब ये कह रही है कि जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, खासतौर पर मोदी गवर्नमेंट अगर हम बोलें, तो उन्होंने दिल्ली सरकार को बोला है कि जो टमाटर का पेस्ट जो आता है वो बेचो और सस्ते दामों में बेचो 24-25 रुपए में, जो इनकी फैक्ट्री सफल और मदर डेयरी इस पे है, तो उससे कुछ आप लोग के इस पे असर पड़ेगा?
कोई असर नहीं सर।
कोई असर
नहीं
क्योंकि लोग उसको पसंद करते हैं लेना। आप लोग भी बेचते हो?
नहीं, वो हम नहीं बेचते हैं। और जो अच्छे आदमी हैं वो पेस्ट नहीं खाता है, क्योंकि ये खाते हैं, क्योंकि पेस्ट में केमिकल डाला जाता है, इसलिए कि वो नहीं खाएंगे, यही ले जाएंगे। जो नहीं जानकारी जिनको वही खाते हैं वो लोग पेस्ट।
मतलब टमाटर ही असली टमाटर लोगों को
जी
चाहिए।
जी, जैसे सफल मटर आते हैं तो उससे दुगुना रेट में ये मटर बिकते हैं, फिर क्यों खाते हैं? कि उसका टेस्ट में इसमें फर्क पड़ता है।
टेस्ट में फर्क पड़ता है।
जी।
So, Apurva, you very rightly said, and you in fact heard that it is not going to affect their business. Although that retail shopkeepers, in fact, they are saying that they are selling this product on a higher rate, but it is not going to affect their business because, as he is telling us, that it mixes with the chemicals, and although it will help the people in
All
some
right.
extent, but as of now, it is not going to affect the retail shopkeepers of the tomato. Back to you.
All right, we'll have to leave it there, and we have to see the government step of selling tomato puree through Mother Dairy. What is the kind of impact, and whether it brings in some kind of relief for the consumers at a time when the tomato prices have been at an all-time high. We'll have to leave it there, Alok. Many thanks for joining us.